A 32-year-old mother who's accused of killing her 4 children in eNCA on Wednesday will appear in court this morning. The woman allegedly attacked her kids with a hammer while they were asleep. eNCA's Ronald Masinda is covering the story for us and joins us this morning. Good morning, Ronald. You know, with this story, it's honestly very painful. One is 4 young people children who have lost their lives, but the second is that it's allegedly at the hands of their mother, someone they would trust. One can only imagine what went on in that house when they realized that perhaps their mom was doing this to them.
Yes, indeed, and disturbing details emerging from Talaba village where this incident took place of how the mother repeatedly attacked her children with a hammer while they were asleep. Now, what we also do know at this stage is that when this matter appears in court, the family might not be here because they told us yesterday, last night, in fact, when we spoke to them at the village, that they were not aware that she will be appearing in court today. But it is an event that has left many in shock, not only the family, but at the village. The little details that we know at this stage about the 32-year-old is that she was a mother of 4 who was unemployed, and she relied on social grants. We are being told that the father is not living with them, but he is working in Cape Town. One of the people that was first at the scene was the grandfather of the children, who had this to say in isiXhosa, but I will translate it after the spite.
Tata xa ndivuka namhlanje kusasa ndiye ndathatha amanzi uba ndizawuphula ubuso. Xa ndiphuma emnyango lo mntana wam nguye lwapha uyapha kuthi uthe xa malunga nale pali ilapha wathetha into ayithethileyo ndingakhange ndiyive. Kwanyanzeleka into yokokuba mandikhawuleze ndijikele ngapha ndizokudibana naye ndisabelele into ayithethayo. Ndiyenzile ke loo nto, ndadibana naye ehleli phaa ndasabela le nto beyithetha. Wabe sithi tata ndibabulela abantwana bam. Ndasabela wathi ndithi ndibabulela abantwana bam phantsi kwasiphi isizathu. Uthi ndifuna uqala ukuhambe bona kunam.
Oh, Ronald, honestly heartbreaking. So meaning she actually confessed to her father that she had committed this atrocious crime.
Yes, so just translating it a bit more detail. So the father encountered this 32-year-old shortly after she killed the 4 children. She confessed to killing the 4 children and then said, Fundo, that, you know, she had to kill her 4 kids before killing herself. So she sounded also suicidal, but the father did enough to convince her not to go ahead. And that was soon after then she was arrested by the police. But shocking details emerging from this village in eNCA. But what we also understand, Mfundo, is that the shock was also met by the pupils of a nearby school, Gulandota Primary School, where the 2 of the 4 went to the school. Of course, the ages are 2, 5, 9 and 11, with the 9 and 11-year-old attending the school in the village. We do know that there will be a series of events taking place at the school itself. We are expecting the Department for Social Development, MEC, MEC Fanta to be also there, but also even tomorrow Education MEC Fundile Kati will also be at the school. But this has certainly left a lot of people with many unanswered questions as to what could have provoked the mother. Having spoken to her own mother, the grandmother of the 4 children, she says that, you know, she actually bonded very well with the grandchildren, and that some of the grandchildren assisted her with her own needs at the village. But she was also shocked by the actions taken by the 32-year-old, as she showed no signs of stress or depression. So this came as a huge shock for many people. But we also spoke to the principal of Gulandota Primary School, Mr. Patrick Langa.
Kube buhlungu kakhulu xa sifumana izindaba sizifumana silungiselela ukuphangela kwakusasa 6:45 ekseni. Asikhange sibe salibazisa ne departmental heads zesikolo ezimbini uMr Longweni noMiss Mashiyi sathatha imoto sabaleka sazofika kwelikhaya. Xa sifika kwelikhaya sifike sayibona ubutyadidi begazi labantwana abane, into ebuhlungu engazange sayibona. Xa siqaba kucaciselwa ngabazali nayisi-family members saphuma sabuyela esikolweni. Sesiyibonile imeko yelikhaya uba likhaya elingathathi ntweni elisokolelayo. Sayofika esikolweni saxelela istaff, sifike bakhala bonke otishara.
Ronald, I think it is quite important that social workers will be going to the school, because for their peers, it honestly has shocked adults in the manner in which they left this earth, but most certainly it will be quite traumatic for their peers to hear how these children died. It's honestly quite brutal in the manner that the mother chose to take their lives. But what are we expecting in court today? This will be her first appearance. What time are we expecting that appearance?
So from the court manager that we spoke to earlier on, she is expected to appear shortly before 12 o'clock. But what we also understand is that there will be support provided for the family. We did speak to a traditional leader in that very village. He said that they will try and support the family as much as possible with burial needs and also with support with groceries and other needs at this stage, because it is a family living in poverty. I mean, we actually went into the Rodavel where this actual incident took place, and we were told that the children, it was normal for them to sleep on the floor without no bedding. So we are expecting some support as well from Department of Social Development, and also support especially for those who were friends with the two kids that went to Gulandota Primary School, because what we also learned from the principal is that the children have been left traumatized by what took place at that village.